Hi everybody, my name is Diva Samai. Thanks again for tuning into my channel. What I'd like to talk to you guys today about has nothing to do with the original intent of my channel, but more so about the business aspects of me being a small business owner and what I've experienced in terms of trademarking my own brand. I guess I should start off with I went out to dinner a few weeks ago and I had one of my good girlfriends talk to me when I was talking to her about my company, and she was like, Diva, you should see about trademarking your company, your brand, just look into that, because sometimes people will see stuff like that and they'll go and run off with your materials and like basically steal your ideas. So I'm going to backtrack with you guys to about maybe 2012, 2013. I had another company, which is my very first company. That was called Lulubella Women's Boutique. And I started blogging with my company. It was online. And when I closed out of my blogs, I started using the signature Beauty is a Lifestyle. So I just kept using that, and then even when I started doing my new company, TV Rose, I was using the same motto. So after I talked to my girlfriend, just out of curiosity, I just went and I Googled it online, and I found out that somebody else is using the same phrase, and that there are other videos on YouTube using the same phrase as well. And I went over to the Patent and Trademark office, and then I found out that you can actually look up almost on like Google, like logos and stuff or models that have already been trademarked, and I found out that somebody went and trademarked that phrase. I believe it was in 2014, 2015. So I said, okay, I'm not saying that anybody like copied my ideas. Sometimes we can get the same ideas, and it could just be just the same thought, and then somebody else just can go and trademark something prior to me. But after that happened, I definitely went on I think it's called Thumbtack, and I looked up lawyers, and I had consultation with them, and the ones that stuck out the most was Knobbe Martens. So they are an intellectual property firm, and they have offices. I'm looking down at my notes because I didn't want to lose track here, but they have an intellectual property law firm. They are an intellectual property law firm, and they have locations across California, DC, Seattle, and New York City. And let me tell you guys, I was just really taken aback by them, by their professionalism, how smart and strategic they were, and well researched, and how they explained the process of what trademarking is. I, for some reason, always thought that trademarking was about stealing other people's ideas, but it's not. It's almost like who calls first dibs. So even when I had my own company, TV Rose, or I still have it now, I found out that being that I didn't trademark the name, or prior to me not trademarking it, that somebody else could actually use TV Rose, which you guys know is named for both of my maternal grandmothers, great-great-grandmothers, Tevia and Rose. So somebody else, even though I own the domain name, even though I have my logo and all of this stuff, and I'm using it for business, somebody else can actually, register the name and use it themselves. So when I found out about that, I was like, oh my God, I just thought that because I had the domain name and I have a registered business license that, that would just be for me. But no, I was basically vulnerable without knowing, these things, as people like to say, well, what you don't know would kill you, or won't hurt you, but actually it will, because I was just ignorant to that fact. So the attorneys I worked with were, I believe I'm pronouncing her name, Nicole.Nance and Tom Yee, and they trademark or filed my trademark application. So like after they hit that submit button, and they emailed me and confirmed that the application had gone through, I was just like really relieved about that. And so another thing that I learned about the whole trademarking application as well is that it can actually take anywhere between 6 months to a year to actually process your trademark application, Who would ever think that? And the reason why, as Mr. Yee had explained over the phone, is because the United States Trademark and Patent Office is ran by the federal government, and so things there move slowly in comparison to, to the private industries or private sector, where things are probably, picked up much more quicker. But yeah, so 6 months to a year for the application to actually get approved itself. So I went and I submitted my application for that, and I also submitted an application for my new motto, which is faith, grace, and beauty. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? To invest the money in this process, you can, if you want to, file your own trademark. I was going to do so as well on the U.S. Patent Trademark Office website, but I found like the language, the legality part about it, it was just too, I didn't understand it. So I just went and found the lawyers, got consultation, and hired someone else to do it. And it was worth every penny, because once they submitted the application, I'm entrusting them, since they're the professional people, to get things done in ways that I was not able to do myself. So I would suggest you guys, seek professional legal advice, invest in your brand, invest in your company, invest in your ideas. When you are a person like myself and you don't know really successful business owners, and you grew up, middle class or have a working class background, these are things that you just overlook in your entirety. And I really thank God that my friend was there to, give me a clue, like, hey, you need to go and to look into this. Also, to naming your products, make sure that your name isn't, or what you were naming your product isn't already trademarked as well. Or if it's not trademark it. I had to go and revise the name of my product because I found out that somebody else was already using that name as well. So it's okay, things happen. It's just ignorance, and the lawyers advised me, to revamp and change the name of my product, which I now call it a lip conditioner, instead of the name that I had prior to it. So that enlightened me as well. What else I want to talk to you guys about? That's basically all I have for you guys today. About trademarking your brand as a small business owner. Do your research. You can't cover everything, especially if you're running your company as a sole proprietor as I am. You just can't do it all. But if you have something that's original and it's a pure thought of yours, just go and protect your brand, so that way you won't have to worry about these things. I'm glad that I was made privy of it prior to anything else. So again, my name is Diva Samai, and I'll link all of the information with the Knobbe Martens, Nicole.Nance and Thomas.Yee. I'll leave all of the information below down in the description box. Don't forget, you guys, to rate, subscribe, like my video, and also to follow me on my social media channels. I have also created recently a Twitter page as well, which I'm loving. I'm loving tweeting, and I also really love Instagram, because I can just go and upload feeds. You guys know that last night was the first night of Passover, and I went out to the 6th Synagogue, and I met some really cool people there. So head over to my Instagram page and check all of that goodness out. Thanks again for watching. Take care. My name is Diva Samai, and have a great week. Bye.